Hit that jive jack, put it in pocket till I get back. Going downtown to see a man, and I ain't got time to shake your hand. Hit that jive jack, put it in pocket till I get back. Time and time waits for no man, and I ain't got time to shake your hand. Hit that jive jack, put it in pocket till I get back. Going downtown to see a man, and I ain't got time to shake your hand. Hit that jive jack, put it in pocket till I get back. Time and time waits for no man, and I ain't got time to shake your hand. Hit that jive jack, put it in pocket till I get back. Going downtown to see a man, and I ain't got time to shake your hand. Hit that jive jack.
Hello everyone. Today we'll be showing Dyingworld Development. Today I will be implementing multiplayer. Tell me if you can hear the music good and me good, because I need to make sure that everything is alright. Okay, so as I said, today we are going to be developing multiplayer to the game. Let me actually check if everything is okay, because yes, hello, yes. Today, let me check if everything is good. Ty mi lepiej daje koncept game menu, nie teraz. Jestem grubym leniem. Nah, it's okay. It should be good. Okay. So we already have some networking code in place, but it's not enough to make synchronization. I mean, it does set up like connection to server, but it's not creating this stuff we need. So today I'm going to actually handle, write all the stuff that will handle connection, creating player instances, movement synchronization, and etc. So let's begin. For that I will probably go to my player. Oh, and by the way, I can show you some new features we already made. They are very minor ones, but still nice, yeah. The game's probably too loud, and probably. Not sure though. So first change is the localizations. As you can see, my menu is in Russian, but if I go to my config file, I will not show that one because privacy reasons. But if I'll go to my config file, app user data, of course the folder will be different, but if I go to my config file, I can change the language, for example, to Polish. Godot is a funny engine, yeah. As you can see, I have changed my game to Polish, and I can also change it back to English, the default locale. This will be used for settings menu to contain the settings, but it can be also overridden by user. Unfortunately, any of the display settings and those settings are not working. Those are kinda working, but I need to look into the documentation to make it right. Let me change the syntax highlighting, and only those ones are working, so you can actually... Buttons aren't working, lol, yeah, I know. I can disable button sounds in the menu because someone may don't like them, and here you go, no longer button sounds. So it's pretty nice, yes. Back to the networking. So I'd like to look into the code we already have, remove these scripts I don't need, except for those ones, I think. And I also add servernet. So okay, let me start the game and see the singletons, because we might have singleton for player list. Not sure though. Oh no, let me change the music. Okay. No. Okay. So let me create a singleton for playlist if you don't have one. No, we don't. So shared new scene player list, other node player list. Not this. The code we already wrote have the connecting working. Yes, I know. I'm aware of that. But I need to revisit it so I know what works and what not. It actually does. Okay, now we have player list. If we don't have one. No, we don't have one. Probably. No, okay. So the first thing we will do is to actually connect to the server and creating server. For that I will want to create a console commands because it will save my life not making a separate UI for that. Actually, I will copy that one. Okay. Lowercase. Didn't know you can drag scripts from search bar to the bar on top. You can do that, yes. Host game. That's nice. Pretty much. Client net join connect. Yeah, connect server. IP localhost port 777. Player name, okay. Okay. So we have probably can't create. Oh, it's probably because I hosted twice. Server started, okay. But now I want to open the second project. No, actually no, I don't want to. I want to actually run it. One second. Run. Join, I guess? Connecting to server. There's no server, right? Okay. Tell me if the game is not lagging or something, I don't know. Let me actually check the stream, because... Oh, it's actually working pretty okay. So my theory about setting the bitrate to a higher value actually improves the quality overall and latency and utilization of the... Okay. Run. Here I will host. Server started. Join, connected to server. Player connected with ID. Name. Pretty epic. Yeah, pretty epic. For some reason the nickname is different. Connect to server. On connect to server, get a networking ID. Change it to player name. Oh, What the fuck? I mean... What's the point of that? Or I am stupid in some way. It's not even used that much. Register player. Connected to server, peer connected Someone tries to connect. Not tries, but connects. Connected, because this does make sense. I'll connect to server. Connected to server. It is on client, yeah? Register player, sends to server. My local player name, not the Kotick. By the way, credits for Kotick from copying code from my secret project, adapting it for Dyingworld. Pretty nice. Okay, now host join. Okay, now it's good. Let me try to start another player, so to check if it actually works. For now, as I understand it correctly, for now server only receives data about the other clients, but not the clients. Join. Unnamed DNS of an element with the same key exists. Dictionary, game data, add player. I need to change that. I want to make it as a list, not a good as dictionary. And make a player as a class. Not namespace, nickname. Public string. Is it string? No, it's int. And ID. Not players, but player. Make it as a constructor. And assign the fields of the class with the parameters from the constructor. We are good. And it's not a dictionary, but list of players. And now what we'll do is to add player, is to call players that add a new player. Actually, I want to rename that for consistency. It's not containing constructor. Oh, okay. Sorry. ID, okay. Player ID. Just for testing. And I need to format it somehow because it will crash 100%. Just for testing, I will take the first player because Expected token. Oh. Okay. Okay, very good now. Now we'll go to servernet and fix those 2 errors for each. For each data player in game data players, register player. No. Register player, current player ID. What the hell is going on here? Oh, okay, got it. Okay. I didn't know something like that. Maybe. Current player ID does not exist in the current context. It should work, right? Probably, I guess so. Let's see.
Public enemy number 3, 10 years ago, was released today from the federal penitentiary after serving 11 years of a 10th life sentence. To this day, $250,000 in gold bullion involved in the original crime has not been recovered. Police officials
Okay, stream is okay. I thought it crashed somehow. Yes, it works now. Are you synchronizing the movement on the stream? Yes, I will create player instances and I will make synchronization. Server disconnect. Okay, so I really like that Kotick already done the majority of the job, so I only just made some small quality of life stuff. And now I can move to the action itself. So, your code is decent. No, it's bad because look at the freaking player controller. It's so freaking cringe. Like, do you even realize how old is this? It's like 8 months old, almost. It's really old. I mean the player control itself. So it needs quite of a. So it needs a lot of free work, which I want to do in the future. Okay, so here. Actually, first of all, we need to make sure players are aware of other players, because if it's not the case, it will be really bad. I mean, networking code. So to check if players are aware of other players, I will make a command called player list. Shows a list of players on the server, returns null if not in a networked game. For each of our player in game data.players console.print player.id player. Actually, first I think that everyone is interested in a name first. Nickname, yes. Player.nickname. Player.id. I mean, if we can go, because control is pretty bad. Yes, it's very bad. I really want to rewrite it because it's really bad. It's really old and it's really bad. You're very right. The command voids need to be public, yes, because then you can't access them. As you can see, server is aware that there's one player. For some reason, server did not authorize itself. But we are going to do that also today. But as you can see, the server is aware of the other players that are in the server, but the clients are actually not, because they didn't synchronize the data. That someone connects or leaves, you know. Okay. Now you have two DNSs, each with own IDs. And as always, this client can access the player list and doesn't see someone connects, and this one. But they see someone is disconnected. And now if I run player list, the server. Okay. So that's why I couldn't synchronize the movement, LMAO. Var. I will do the thing with the good old for each, because I don't think it will be a pretty hard operation to move to each player, since there will be like max 20 players, I think. So I don't think it will burn CPUs. So what we are going to do here, if the player disconnects, we will check for each player in the list, and if the player's current ID matches the ID of the player that left, we are basically gonna remove that player from the list, right? So game data dot players dot remove player. This is as simple as that. We will do the same thing. We also need to add players to the list on these other clients. But first we need to, so the server, when someone joins, the joined client sends info to server that he joined with his info, and the server needs to send that information to other clients that someone is connected to make the authentication server authoritative, to prevent unfunny situations. Okay, so we have player list, and if the player disconnects, it's crashed for some reason. Yes, I use Spotify free. Please don't bully me, okay? I'm too poor for this kind of stuff. I know there will be ads. Okay. What if the third client connects? This is a good question, actually. Okay, so player in game data players. If player that ID equals ID. What's the error though? Pro helper and failed system collection was modified and immersion operation may not execute. Ah, shit. I think I know why. Yes, I know why. Because we don't add the player to the list. And it tries to... Peer connected, player with ID. What the frick? I will command V to check here because I might not understand something. Host. Join. Playlist. Okay. I will do something like that because I don't know where each of the functions are getting executed, because yeah. What's the point of that? Like, what the fuck? Like, how did you set up Vigado so it debugs in the external editor, not in the script app? Sometimes you need to just check settings and read docs. Okay, what I was doing? Okay, this here, not will not do that in GD prints. No point. I don't like using GD prints because I have my own console. Actually, I would like to change the colors of the command line because they are too dark, I guess. So for this one, I'm going to hex color picker. And I'll go to my console and change the colors because I'm really I'm really annoyed with my colors because they use default ones, and here we use cyan, or actually this hex one might do. Let me see. Much better. He tries to bait me once again. I thought he will send me hentais back in the time, but he actually sent the useful stuff, so I might base out of the table he sent me. So I will also make a new flavor print type. Success.
And when the listeners are centrally located in front of the two speaker systems, they get the illusion of sound coming from a wide area, as if
Success.
were in the room. Sounds great. And new and more exciting stereophonic tapes are being put on the market every day.
And I'll go to servernet. Console.print type success. Console.print type danger.
That's for me, the nature of sound.
Player connected with ID. For this one I will print type info. I will mark that it's from servernet. This two. Here. Okay, now I think it will be easier to actually see where is what the switch statement contains. Okay, success. Yeah, eat. I think that colors are much nicer now. More readable. And on Clinet, some commands. We'll change some commands so it's more readable too, because why not? Console.print type, it'll be info. Here it will be danger. Here it will be info. Console.print type info. Here it will be success. It will be here. It will be danger. Here it will be info. Okay. Now join. Player list. Dinesov. Okay, back to the networking. Actually, I want to check if the server handles disconnections, right? Because I think that it's not. I suspect. Or I'm too paranoid. I sent you some nice colors in DMs. They're too bright, probably. Yes, they are too bright because I saw them and they are I mean, they're not bad, but I might use some of them, but you know, I used my own, so there's no point in changing them unless you're color blind. Okay, player list. So it's me on the server. Now I disconnect. Basenet player if ID disconnected. But it's not removing from the list. So I was not paranoid. So when I connect, so when client connects me, I register player I send my info to the peer 1 and then I send RPC to the server on register player ID and name. And this is what server does. But we need to send that info to other players. And what we're gonna do is to take all players from the current list and we will add and then we will send the RPC for each player self.rpc ID player.id string method on register player, then we will send player ID and the player name. I actually need to enable the streamer mode. Okay. I think it will work, but I'm not sure. But let's check. What the fuck? Not this streamer mode. Enable, please. Thank you. Join. Player list. Player list. We have one player. I also need to add a command to double check, because on Discord you commanded those lines. Am I wrong? Yes, I did, but it crashed because players didn't have the correct player list, so this was the reason. Oh. Okay. It works, but the third client has duplicated players, which is kinda weird. Let me run another one and see if it... Oh no. Oh no, this is bad. This is bad. If player.id is not player ID, so we won't add the player that's currently here. I hope it works, probably. I don't know what I'm doing at this point, but yeah. Host. Oh no. Exit, yes, please exit. Join.
The mysterious, the unexplainable.
Join. Player list. Player list. One player only, for some reason again. 2 players here. What's going on? Okay, let me add the another command. Command handler. For some reason, local player does not register himself. This too. This is weird too, and I'm going to fix that. Game that player. Register myself. No. Servernet register myself. On register self. On register self. For each game data player in game data players, client and data register player. It's probably that. When we will manage to register players right, we will be able to actually make synchronization right. So this is important step. So are you into the Pentagon security yet? You have been doing this for a while now. Yeah, I know. No, I'm not in the Pentagon's list. What the hell is going on? Like, okay, server, at least the server has the info, this is good. But, like... Player connected, okay. Register player. But what is... Oh, okay. This is a target. To where to send the RPC. Alrighty. On register player, we call this one and we parse player ID and player name. Then we are adding player. let me try this again because I'm confused. Okay, connected to server, but player list none. Player list here. Player list here. Get on player info. Get on player info. We are Rudolph. Epic gamer moment. Okay. I'm going to remove that one, it's unnecessary now. Let me try that. Let me see if it's getting cold at all. Because maybe no. No.
Jesteś królem rocka.
Register player.
Te twoje spektakularne solówki na niewidzialnej gitarze i to jak twoje palce z prędkością światła ślizgają się po wyimaginowanym gryfie. Nie pozwól, by cokolwiek zakłóciło twoje koncerty. W premium możesz pobierać ulubione kawałki i od
When I connect to server, I send the info to register to server to register the client with this ID and with this name. And then the server registers how about I remove this one, this if. It's probably because of this. That probably 100%, I'm sure. Server is not being come because it's it does not register itself. Okay, it works kind of. Okay, this the reason why it didn't work is because I'm dumb. Okay. Or I'm not. Okay, when I connect the server, I say we are connected to the server. I send the data to a server with my ID and name. Okay? On join, you're adding yourself to client game data. Not the other users. Wait. Then there's this method. Then I send the RPC to server for on register player, player ID, player name, and when I got registered, what if? Wait, give me a second. You see the issue now? You see this? You see what's the issue? I see what's the issue. I remove this one, and I'm gonna okay. Called by clients when they connect, but it's not called like. Okay, let me do one thing. Public void get players. I know what's going on. Add player. Add player. Add player. I need to find that function which calls add player. Exactly, because what if just to see if it does work. It's crashed, okay. So what I thought about is this when server adds, whenever server adds someone, if get tree, get network, unique ID, is not, so if you are not server, we are not going to do that because we already have that player, but if we are not server, we are going to add this player. Okay, I give up. I'm gonna probably make this one myself. Not on the stream. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to fix this off stream, and someday we'll continue making this stuff, but we are going to do more interesting stuff, such as synchronization, because I feel like it was a pretty boring stream of me figuring out how to add players to the player list on all clients. So I hope you enjoyed. I will host another stream probably tomorrow. We'll see though. Anyway, bye. Yes.